All right, this is Gary with Haven Roofing. We are on Brenda Luther's roof. It is 12 August. It's about 8:30 in the morning. Temperature is about 82 degrees. Sunny, partly cloudy. All right. This is the shingle that we're going to remove. You can see the creasing right there. Okay. So beneath it, we have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and to the right side 2. Okay, to the left side we have shingle 3, to the right side shingle 4. Above it we have 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and then 6 to the right. Okay, and then 2 above it we have 7.1, 7.2, 7.3. Okay, so what we're going to do right off the bat is start by breaking seal. Okay, so obviously this one is already broken, and we do see some material transfer right there. So let's get on, and I just want to make sure I've got it in frame. All right, so we're trying to break seal here, and it's pretty tough. You can see that as I move through the dots, you know, these are GIF shingles that, you know, as I break through one dot, I get, it slips a little. Okay. Again, I'm going to mention we're using the National Association of Forensic Engineers methodology for shingle repair. It tells us what tools to use, like the putty knife, the flat bar, and a hammer. Okay, so you know, those are the standard tools that we're going to be using throughout this process. We're taking extreme care here. More care than we normally would. This process is going to take about 20 minutes, and that's more time than we would normally spend on repairing a shingle. Okay, and now again we're just trying to get through breaking the seal. Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. And now 5.1. All right, and now we're gonna go up to 7, 2 above it. I can feel the nail there, so I'm gonna try and skip over that. All right. Okay. Okay. You can see I'm having to exert some force to break through the seal, but again, I'm trying to do it as carefully as I can. Okay, all right, so we're through the seal. All right, now I'm just gonna get down here low, look at my, okay, so we can see some material transfer there. And again, as we look, we can see it on the top. This one, yeah, material transfer right there. And you can see it adhering to the top. And then, as I mentioned before, we saw material transfer on the shingle that already flipped. All right, so let's go to 5. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of material transfer. 5.2. This one doesn't look so bad. Let me just make sure. Well, no, it doesn't feel so bad. All right, 5.3. Material transfer in 3 different spots. And 6, yeah, we got material transfer a lot on the end over there. Okay, let's go up to 7. Okay, I think, yeah, we got some right here. 7.2. Just gonna feel real quick. Yeah, okay, no residual on 7.2. It's good. And 7.3. Yeah, we're getting hot there. There's some right there. Okay. All right, so just to recap, where did we see material transfer? Okay, we saw it here. We see it here. And we saw it here. Okay, doesn't look like we saw any on shingle 2. Okay, so okay, so we see it on 3 and on the shingle being pulled. This one, I think we didn't see it. Yeah, that was pretty good. All right, and we see some here and here. And we go to 6. I see some right there. Okay, just moving along. Yep, we've got some right here. And right here. I think 7.2 didn't look that bad. Yeah, 7.2 is okay. And then we have some here. Okay, so just to recap, obviously wherever there's an M, there's a material transfer on the shingle above it. Okay, so we're seeing 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 have material transfer, and of course 7 transferred some material. That's so that's also an M. Okay, all right, let's continue now with break and seal. Excuse me, with pulling some nails. Okay, so our first nail should be here. Okay, that okay, so you can see the nail pull quite clearly. All right. Next nail. See if I can get it out. Okay. You can see it almost pulled through. Finish getting this way, and now it has pulled through. Okay, so I want to get this one. Well, I guess it'll be okay, because all right, let's. Okay, so. I'm trying real hard to, and again, we have a nail pull. Let's finish getting this one out. And we should have one more. Sorry, buddy. Knee pads are coming off here. Should have one more right up here. There it is. Okay. We got through, but to get around it, we ended up tearing the other shingle here. And that was almost a nail pull. All right, let's continue. So we should see a nail here. All right, this is a pull through, very evident. Let's get this nail out. Okay, again, pull through. I think we're gonna have okay, and again, pull through. So what we're seeing is all the nails are pulling through. Okay, again, an indicator the shingles are not in very good shape. All right, I think that was the last one. This pulled through, but it's not gonna impact. But I do want to try and get it. I think I got it. All right, there we go. Okay, so we've removed all our nails. Okay, what's holding this up? Removed all our nails. What's going on there? Sure I didn't miss a nail. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, so this is I'm gonna mark it real quick. All right, and again, we can see the material transfer. Okay. And then obviously we have nail pulls. And nail pulls. Okay, let me take a quick photo of that. All right, and I'm gonna get some close-ups here. Let me get it in the sunlight if I can. should note that there was some additional material transfer right there. Okay. There we go. All right, very good. All right, just flipping over. Again, what we're seeing is a lot of material transfer, massive there. Okay, you can see the fiberglass matting is exposed. All right. So it's very clear, and this is not unexpected, the material transfer that we saw last time. All right, let's try over here first. Get it in the sunlight. Okay. Let me mark that again. Okay, at this point I can move this shingle up. Okay. All right. A couple more pictures to take. Again, this is material transfer residue on shingles 1 and 2. So there's 1. Actually, let me mark it. Okay. So this is all material transfer that's residual on shingle 1. Okay. All right. Now, I can put my new shingle in, but let me, I'm just going to do a quick lift up and get these pictures underneath. I don't think we saw any there, but we did see some here. Yeah, there it is. And then on 6. You can see it there on the end. Okay, on 7. Again, guys, nothing here is unexpected. It just confirms that the shingles are not repairable. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start putting in new nails and a new shingle. Okay. All right. I'm gonna mention this is not a matching attempt. This is merely a repair assessment. We're sliding our shingle in. There we go. All right. So let's start with shingle 6. Okay, so we're on the nail line. Just tap to get that in. And then we're gonna take some pictures here of how high we're lifting the hammer. Just high enough so that we can access the nail head. drive the nail in parallel. Okay? All right. Next nail, again, we're on the nail line. Just tap to get it started. And we'll show you these pictures. Again, you know, we just want to be able to clear the shingle without striking it. Okay? All right. Moving over. Get on the nail line there. Okay. And I take my standard pictures. And then we got one more here to do on this row. Get it tapped in. That's all we needed there. All right, come back over to this side. Again, get on the nail line. Take our pictures. Okay. One more. Already sticking pretty good there. Good. Go. 2 left. Okay. Again, just trying to show access the nail head without striking the shingle. Okay, and we've got one more nail to do. Okay, all right, we established a control over here. So what we're going to do now is do some light brushing on our control. Okay, and as you can see, we're not seeing a lot of grain come away. Okay, that's a good thing. All right, so now we're coming over to our shingles that we worked on. And seeing if we see, and we see some grain come away. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I see a little bit of a hinge and a crease right here. Don't see too much on 7.2. I'm gonna say that one's okay. Just trying to see if I see a hinge at all. I think there's a little creasing right there. This one I can see the creasing, and you can see it right here. Okay, and I see a hairline crease right here, right there. Okay, and then here, well, yeah, a little bit over here. Okay, so let me just mark that real quick. So we've got a hairline here, a hairline here, a hairline here, and a little bit there. Yeah, see, this one I think was okay. And this one, yeah, I can see the hairline right there. Okay, so what have we got? First of all, let me make sure. Excuse me, this is 5. I'm just marking it again so that we see which shingles are what. Okay, so as we said before, we got material transferring on shingle 1, a tear and material transfer on shingle 4, material transfer on shingle 3, 5, 7, and 6. Okay, and we're seeing some creasing. On all the shingles that are above the shingle that was repaired. So I'm going to call this a fail 6 out of 7. We didn't see any damage to shingle number 2. So fail 6 of 7. That's going to be the end of this video, and I'm just going to take some pictures. All right.